Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ginger Broderick, and I'm the host of the Ginger New York TV show. Welcome to Ginger Fridays here at MNN TV Studios. We're live here every Friday afternoon. So thank you very much for joining in today. We have a singer-songwriter series for our show today. We have Mackenzie Shivers, and we also have Clive from the UK. He's a recording artist. He's been here several times. He's back in town, so I thought it would be really great to have him come back in. And thanks a lot for joining in.
And
Mackenzie,
thank you so much for having me.
Clive.
Lovely to see you again.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I think you're the first UK co-host that I've ever had.
That's a nice honor.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And you're both singer-songwriters. How wonderful.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
It's lovely to meet you as
So
well.
nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
So, I mean, I have loads of questions to ask you. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Shoot, fire away.
Just really, I guess you start at the beginning, like your background, like Ginger mentioned you're from Florida, but you've traveled around quite a lot.
Yes. Yeah,
Go
I
on, tell me.
have. I love to travel. I travel as much as I possibly can. I'm going to Iceland actually at the end of this month.
Okay.
And I'm going to be playing music there with a really cool group called the Apartment Sessions. And they get together a bunch of people and orchestrate these amazing songs and like film them usually in one little apartment. But we'll be doing songs all over Iceland and it'll be really cool. I'm very excited about it.
Is it cold right now?
I think it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed
Probably
to
cold most of the time,
Yeah.
actually.
I think it's chilly. Like I'm going to be prepared for cold because it's better to be prepared for that than to show up and be freezing. So,
Well,
yeah.
I was here in January and I've never experienced the cold.
Oh, that was bad.
This year. I mean,
yeah.
It's
I
for
normally
real.
come from the UK and I'm like, oh, the snow's so great after a few days. It was like, was it 2 weeks when it was just never
below
came,
zero?
Yeah.
Right. And we
That
never
wasn't so much
run a
fun.
show the first week of January because it's so freezing cold, but we did because you were in town.
I know. You see, I get the
It was
special
like
treatment.
we were Eskimos coming in here. You know, it's like we braved the sidewalks.
Yeah.
So and then you traveled. You have family. Was it in Georgia and?
Yes, and Texas
also?
and I had family in northern Florida and Tallahassee. So I traveled like a lot in the southern United States
And
growing
was there
up.
musical influences there, or?
Yeah,
bit?
for sure. Like I really loved bluegrass. I was
Right.
exposed
That's amazing,
to a lot
yeah.
of bluegrass in Nashville. There's this place called the Station Inn, which is my favorite, and so that definitely inspired me. It's like very similar to Irish kind of sessions,
Right.
just kind of that like no ego, just like jamming. You
Yeah.
know, all
It's
about the
wonderful.
music. Yeah, it's my,
That's so lovely when that
my
happens.
favorite.
Yeah, and then obviously you went. What about? I was about to ask about your family.
Yeah.
Musical influences? Are your family musicians or?
They're not. I grew up though with music always in the house.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
My mom sings. She sang in the church choir. Then I sang in the church choir. My dad like always had records on, so the Beatles and
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young,
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell. So that
Great.
there was just always music. Yeah.
But they never literally played instruments or anything.
No, my mom took piano lessons like when she was younger.
That's good.
And then I started piano lessons when I was very young.
Good.
But no, I was the only one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just started taking guitar lessons. I mean, it's almost like 3.5 years now, but I always tell people to start off with the piano because you really get a full understanding of music theory and then you can translate it so much easier to other instruments as trying to figure it out.
I struggle with every instrument. I do have a keyboard, and
Oh, do you?
but it's sort of collecting dust under the bed for the last.
He's a great singer. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you've done
you.
a lot of great
Check out
things.
your music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're
He's-
always talking about collaboration. You never know.
Yeah, that's wonderful. He worked a lot. You sang at the summer.
Oh, yeah, I wrote the anthem for the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah, so I performed at the opening ceremony in 2013. And then the funny thing is I've just recently performed in Scotland, which I want to talk to you about Scotland. Because I'd never been before. And when previously I performed with Susan Boyle and Claire Teal, sort of obviously quite well known. And when I did got asked to do the Scottish gig, I thought, oh, I wonder who I'm going to be performing with. So when I'm speaking to the organizer, they said, oh, you're going to be performing with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh,
I thought,
are you serious?
wow.
It's amazing.
But it was the Red Hot Chili Pipers.
Oh,
like Scottish pipes.
they were amazing, and they are
That's so
amazing.
great.
So they're like a rock band with bagpipes. So
I
you should
love
check them
Oh,
out.
okay, so they weren't like a tribute band?
No, they did
Huh?
like rock music with the bagpipes, but it's so funny with the accent. I thought she said peppers.
Oh, that's funny. I do love bagpipes. I really do.
You look
yeah,
very
I can
Irish.
imagine.
Yeah?
Yes, Irish heritage, Scottish heritage. I actually got married in Ireland.
Oh,
I
did
just
you really?
love it there.
Oh,
Yeah, I went over there for the first time and I experienced the Irish sessions and like the groups, that would play music in the pubs, and I just was enamored.
There used to be I used to go to Dublin quite a lot, and again, in the old smoky days when you could smoke in pubs, which I didn't particularly like, but the smoky pub scenario with the Irish playing instruments, a bit like yourself, I actually have no idea what they are, but it created the atmosphere, which I thought was quite unique, in fact, to Ireland.
Yes, very.
Very.
She actually has an Irish drum that she's going to be demonstrating a little later
wow.
on today. Yeah, so
Wow, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I know, right? I did my homework.
Yeah, very good.
That's so fun.
I did also, I checked out all your music, and I did notice on especially the last 2 EPs, that there's quite a different sound.
Yes.
Was there any reason, the new EP is Ravens, which is almost like a stripped back sound, yourself and an instrumental, and very, you have such a pure, beautiful, clear voice. It's just magical.
Gorgeous,
it's
isn't
so
it?
magical. I listened to that one first. So then when I went back to Living in My Head, the previous one, it was again quite different because then it was more of a band outfit, more percussive.
Yes.
Was that kind of a choice where you just decided to do a strap bone, or was it change in lifestyle, or?
I really love being in the studio, and I wanted to explore
So
a
unlike
different
me.
sound. Yeah,
So
you're saying
unlike
that you
me.
hate being in the studio. I love being in the studio. People would hear Living in My Head, and they'd say, "Oh, can you come to this city and play this music?" And I would say, "Well, if I come by myself, I can't do this sound live. I can't."
No.
I have to have the whole band.
Yeah.
So with this EP, I wanted to do something different and really kind of capture like a live, raw sound, and that if I was to play these songs by myself, it would still capture the essence of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, it really works. I don't know which I prefer. I can't choose because they are two different sides of you, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And it really works. It works both ways. I even delved back to the Neverland
Yes.
album.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really did your
I've really
homework,
done
right?
my research,
Awesome.
And again, that was a kind of a little bit more, kind of a mixture of both, maybe.
A little bit.
And that was 2014? Well, I
Yes.
guess so. That's
Wow.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yes. 4
That's-
years.
You got the job, Clive.
That's why I started my album, and it's only just coming out now. So you managed to do an album, 2 EPs.
How many years have you been working on yours?
4. So that same, well, it probably even might be 5 thinking about it when we started. But,
Yeah.
But that's
It
the
takes a long
way he's
time.
been able to get on the show.
Yeah,
What's the update? What's the update?
I know. Every time I'm on the show, I'm like, so my new album.
Yeah. It's a long process.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I think I also started writing with different people, and
cool.
I just, originally I co-wrote, 15 tracks, but now probably 6 of them are actually only on the album now, because I wrote different things and different experiences and it changes.
Some touring artists, they produce one a year.
I know.
Just don't, I
Prince
don't know how
always
they
used to
do
do
it.
that.
I don't either. It's a lot.
I used to the story like Prince would be on
lot.
tour, he'd come off stage and then go straight to the studio and write. So
Yeah.
there's always an album bubbling under.
And he's the musician behind all of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
He's playing all the tracks.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
It is.
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I feel thrilled that I started learning the guitar. At least I understand a little bit more. And now I'm on bass guitar, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
cool.
right. 'cause I can remember you
That's
talking.
awesome. Yeah, bass guitar is rad. I want to learn.
Yeah,
bass.
it's really great. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I won't, because as I say, I'll stick to what I do, I think.
What kind of instrument did you bring in for us today that you're going to be performing?
I brought a harmonium.
Oh, harmonium.
So this is actually a brand new instrument.
Really?
As of yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
Wow.
I have had my eye on these. I have wanted one for a while, and then for the Iceland trip, I'm bringing it and the Bowren, and so I decided to get it yesterday so I could bring it here.
Oh, so
And
it's a
that's
debut.
Yes.
lovely.
Yes.
Oh, I recognize the instrument from yoga classes. I'm a big yogi person.
Cool.
And I just love that. But I never knew the name of the instrument.
Yes, harmonium.
Yeah,
And it does
harmonium.
have that beautiful, like,
beautiful,
warm
yeah.
sound. So it's cool. It's nice because you play it, like, sort of similarly to a keyboard or organ. So if you know how to play piano, then
It's easy.
yeah.
Did you have to rehearse a lot last night?
I rehearsed them, yeah. I was like, I picked a song actually from Raven's EP called Ravens.
Which is one we must have
That's
had
so
this
Raven.
song.
Yeah,
That was my favorite track. That's my
Raven.
favorite track. So that was
Amazing
really good. That was really
I love
lucky.
Raven. Yeah. It was right off the tip of our eyes.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, you know, Hannah Montana and Raven.
That's so good.
Yes, I'm very emotionally immature for my age.
No judgments at
It's
all.
a beautiful track. The instrument
you.
reminds me, I like a new age artist called Andreas Vollenweider. I
Okay.
don't know if you heard of him. And that's someone I've liked for, I don't know, 20 years. And he uses that kind of sound, and it's very new age, laid back. I love it. I went to Florida. In fact, it was probably, thinking about it, in the 80s. And I stayed in a B&B down in Key West. And we came out for breakfast, and it was served, and they were playing this music.
Oh.
And I've always played ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just
beautiful.
If I'm like stressed, or you just play it.
Yeah,
wonderful.
It's lovely. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really lovely.
Well, that would be a great time, I guess, now for you to step over to the
Yeah.
stage and perform. Can
I
you
would
tell us
love
about
to.
what the song you're going to perform?
Sure. So it's an original composition called Ravens, and it was on the EP, but it's also going to be on my new album that I have coming out early next year. So it's the only song that's like the crossover.
Oh, wow.
So it's sort of the bridge from that project into the new
Oh.
project.
And how many songs on your E EP?
The EP, the Ravens EP had 4. My album that is coming out early next year has 11.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you all have inspired me, and I just want to encourage everyone in our audience and our viewers that it's never too old to learn an instrument or to sing,
For sure.
perform. And so I really appreciate you guys all coming in and
pleasure.
sharing your talents,
Oh,
experience.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Yeah, so why don't you step on
Yeah.
Cool,
over?
thank you.
We have Mackenzie Shivers. She's lucky for us. She's here in New York City. Wow, I can't wait for her to be out performing so that we can, hey, Clive, let's go to her next show.
We can. It's in just a few weeks, and I'm here.
Woo.
So yeah, let's do that.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Shivers, and I'm here at the Ginger New York TV show, and I am premiering a new instrument that I have. This is the harmonium, and I am playing an original song called Ravens. It's going to be on my new album that's coming out early next year.
If I were a kingdom, I'd come to you. I'd come to you in the night. If I had my wishes all come true, you would stay at my side and ride like the wind, like a raven black, and I'll be right behind. Whatever you say, I'm not going back. We will fly, we will fly. If I were a castle, I'd stand tall. I'd be so easy to find. You won't need a ladder to climb these walls. No, I would let you inside and sing like a dove, like a raven black, and wings will beat in time. Whatever you say, you're not going back. We will fly, we will fly. If I were a ruler, I'd make a vow to never let you go. I'd send all my people far and wide to bury all of your woe and call out to me like a raven black, and I will take you away. Oh, look at me now, I'm not holding back. When I fly, 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 when I fly.
Thank you.
Wow,
Wonderful.
so beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me debut the harmonium.
Special.
Yeah, it's a really cool instrument. Yeah.
You're also getting the GNY bump today.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's wonderful things have come to people after they've been on the show. So I'm very
Yes.
proud
Cool.
of that.
Ah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I
So
love, your voice is so beautiful. I mean,
beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I don't like comparisons. People always like to me, oh, you sound like, no, whatever. Yeah, Tori Amos is a little bit.
You can compare me to Tori Amos
Yeah,
all
right,
day
I
if you
think,
want.
yeah. Yeah,
She's wonderful, right?
Yeah.
I love her. She's one of
Yeah.
my biggest influences.
Oh,
yeah.
Not that you can tell, but I mean, it's
Beautiful.
beautiful. You have your own identity, but it is in that vein. It's so beautiful.
Thank
so
you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So beautiful. And we were talking about coming to see you. You're performing in
Yes,
New York at the
at Rockwood Music Hall.
Okay.
On the 25th,
Right.
and the show is at 8:30. Doors at 8:15.
that's a Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really
Excellent.
excited.
And that will be a mix of, I mean, I noticed you're performing with Lance Breakfast.
Lance
What a great name. Is
Breakfast
it
is
really
so
Lance
good.
Breakfast? What
Yeah, it's so good. His name, well, that's his
That-
moniker.
yeah.
It's Francis Hatch, Tim Hatch. He goes by Tim.
Oh, okay.
He's amazing. His music, I don't know if you've heard it, but
No, I haven't.
his lyrics are brilliant. He just has a very unique sound, I think. He's kind of like indie rock.
Okay.
He's just really fun to
And
play
you're
with.
both doing your own set, or is it a collaboration?
It's a
show?
collaboration,
Great.
yeah.
Wonderful.
So I'll do some stuff solo, and then he'll do some songs, and then we'll do
Fantastic.
stuff together and
wonderful.
kind of switch
Oh,
off.
fantastic.
Because it's a 4-part series, and this is your third one,
That's
and
exactly
then you
right.
have another one at the end of October.
Exactly.
Is that
October
different
30th.
concerts or the same concerts?
It's always a different guest or co-bill that I have that I collaborate with. So October
lovely
30th is Nikisha McLeod, who plays steel pans, her amazing singer-songwriter, and they have an album out on the 30th. So it's the debut,
wow.
the release show.
Sounds like another guest for me.
Is it?
Oh, you have to have Nikki on this show.
Ginger's
yeah.
always working. Ginger's
Yes,
always working on it.
Yeah,
And the next
definitely.
one.
Definitely.
Always handing out my card.
Yeah, Nikki's incredible.
What about UK concerts? Have you performed in the UK or?
I have played in sessions in Ireland, but I haven't done an actual
On my
show.
little island, not in England.
Not in England, not yet.
Well, no, you
Not
know, that's
yet.
what we need
I really
to-
want
we
to play
need-
over.
yeah.
I really want to play
We
in
have,
England.
in my city, is a very historic
It's beautiful.
Roman city, and it has lots of festivals.
Oh,
So it
cool.
have a literature festival and a music festival, obviously. I think you'd be great.
I would. I mean, I
I
would
think you
love
would go
to.
down great
I
because
would
it's
love
really
to.
like world music.
Cool.
And it's not like you represent the world, really. I mean, it's not like you're you are an American singer-songwriter, but it's your sound and your instruments are quite different. I think that would be lovely.
Thank you.
I'll work on that for you.
That would be
I'll work on
amazing.
that.
Thank you.
Definitely.
That'd be so cool.
Definitely.
come?
Of course.
Don't leave me out.
So tell us about this instrument.
Yes. So this is the Bowron. So the reason I have this is because when I went to Ireland for the first time and saw the sessions being played, I said to myself, next time I go to Ireland, I have to play in these sessions. I really want to pick up an instrument that I can bring with me. And so that's the bowrin. So basically, you put your hand on the back like this, and that kind of controls the depth.
Interesting.
Wow.
And then this hand, the like basic stroke is you go like this. So there's, instead of, like a basic drum beat, you're going like this. And so in Irish sessions, there's usually jigs and reels. So reels are in, like, you feel them in 4, so it'd be like.
Wow.
And then a jig would be, you feel it in 6/8,
you can hear it.
so it's. And so the reason, or the way I remember that is, it's rashers and sausages. Rashers and sausages. Rashers and sausages. Which is what I learned in Dublin from somebody. They're like, rashers and sausages is a jig. So that's a jig.
That's so good.
Yeah, so it's really fun. I've played this on a couple of my albums. This river from
which
Living
is
in My Head.
my other track I really like.
Thank
when
you.
It is, so it's literally.
It's this. It's the beginning of that song.
Oh.
Is me doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's like the backbone of that song.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but I love playing it. It's very fun. It's portable, unlike the piano, so it's nice.
So you could come and perform in my city, just bringing that.
I could bring these 2 instruments, and
And I can learn this.
Yeah.
we can do lessons.
I'm Irish too. Not that I want to brag about myself, or whatever. I'm trying to get my way in.
Do you want to try it?
Sure. But I don't know if I'm going to be as good. I noticed that you moved your hand here and here. But
Yeah.
Is this to transport it, maybe?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Well, maybe we'll do it after. Like, was
Hey,
that
that's already pretty good. It's really.
I like the way
Natural.
you use the click as well, so you use the bass.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
And you were
the
doing
wed-
something like this?
Yeah.
You were on. Clive had the better seat today. Cool, right?
You're natural.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
Well,
so
I'm
good.
actually a percussion fan, and so when I
Cool.
was reading your bio, I I didn't know the name of this instrument, and I Googled it, and I said, "Oh my goodness, an Irish drum!
Yeah.
I've never heard of it."
Yeah, no, I hadn't.
Yeah.
And I should
I'm
have.
so
So that's
surprised
why I
it's
asked
not
your
more
publicist
common.
to bring in. So I want to give
Yeah.
her a shout. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Kim.
Yeah, and so I thought that's wonderful because we were arts and entertainment, and I'm always curious about music, and so thanks for agreeing to bring it in.
Oh,
because
you're welcome.
you
My
know,
pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told all the Irish family members, that you were bringing in an Irish drum.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. So right?
Yeah,
Did you ever
yeah.
know?
No, absolutely.
So
I want to ask you about Nashville.
Yeah.
Because my co-producer, Danny McMahon, he is a country artist in the UK. In fact, he's just won the Mel UK Country Artist.
Wow.
He's flying in tonight, funny
Oh,
enough.
wow.
And then he goes on to Nashville to work, to write some songs. So how did Nashville work for you? You obviously studied there.
I studied there. It was really interesting because my program in school was much more like classically rooted.
Oh,
wow. Right.
So I took classical piano and voice, and so it was kind of removed from the Nashville
So everyone that goes
scene.
to Nashville, they're not taught just country music?
No, exactly.
okay.
But it was really great to be able to have like that training and then be able to go into Nashville.
I think so too. Yeah.
And catch some really amazing, again, bluegrass, country, or just any kind of music. There's so much great music there in general. Bluebird Cafe, of course, is iconic and a really great spot. And it was a wonderful place to go to school. It really was.
And did you stay on when you finished? Did you stay there for a while?
I just stayed there for the summer after, and then I was itching to move to New York ever since I visited here in 8th grade on a school
We're the
trip.
same. Yeah, we're
Me
the
too.
same.
I was in school. Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, you just like visit and you're like,
I didn't know how I was going to get here.
Are you from Illinois?
Yes, I am.
You're Illinois originally.
So I studied French when I was in high school,
Cool.
and our French teacher took a group of us over to France and England, Paris and London.
Okay.
Wow.
And we landed at JFK, and I walked outside, and I saw all the lights, and I said, I don't know how I'm going to get here, but I'm going to get here one day.
Totally.
And, you know, it took me like another 10 years, but, you know, I landed. I made a crash landing, and I've been here for 35 years.
Oh, that's
37, I
awesome.
think it's 37 now. Yeah.
I'm 23, I've been here.
23
Wow.
on and
Yeah,
off.
95
Wow.
I first arrived.
Cool.
I mean,
So
obviously,
you were
I don't-
22 plus 23. I know
makes
how old
me-
you are.
Yeah. We're not, definitely not divulging that on TV.
I gave mine out by accident.
You see. Oh, dear. And the Celtic heritage, so it's Scottish, Irish, or
Scottish
both?
and
a
Irish,
mixture?
yeah. A lot of Irish. Irish on my mom's and my dad's side. Scottish, mostly on my
Very
mom's
Irish.
side.
My goodness, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when I'm in, like, anytime I've gone over to Ireland, people will ask me direct, you know, in Dublin,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, what, you know, do you know how
you
to
have
get?
the red
I'm like,
hair, you have to
I don't
be-
know, I don't. I'm
Do they
not
call
from
you
here.
Ginger too? No.
They don't.
No, I'm surprised.
Yeah. It's funny, but it's growing up. My mom used to think that we just had Scottish heritage, and I was like, no, we're Irish. I just know it. Like I feel it. I feel it. And then she did like one of the DNA tests.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
yeah.
So where do people find out about you? You have a website, and they
I
buy
do.
it? Yeah.
I have a website which is my name, so MackenzieShivers.com, and then I'm also on Spotify, and that's a great way. Like following me on Spotify is a great way to immediately get notified of a new release, and I'm coming out
Yeah.
with a new song next month.
I saw your Bandcamp page was also good.
Bandcamp, yeah, I
seems
love
good.
Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Bandcamp's awesome.
Facebook. We're
Facebook,
friends.
yeah.
I love
on
Facebook.
Facebook. So I mean, all the major
all the-
social
yeah,
platforms.
yeah.
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah.
Good. And Clive, we're down to our last minute and a half, but can you give us an update on where people
Absolutely.
can
My
find you?
my long-awaited album is out on the 26th of October. It's called
Congratulations.
Blue Eyed Soul. It'll be available worldwide on every possible place you can buy it, online and obviously in the stores as well. So I'm just very relieved, and anyone can find me. 5 letters, CLYVE, Clive with a Y. So I'm very easy.
That's great. So you're going to be in New York for another month?
Yeah, I'm doing some radio shows and promoting and things like that. So
Okay,
yeah.
good.
So, I'm
So
here.
always be sure to check in.
Absolutely.
You know, when you plan to come
We're
back
family.
to
We're family now.
Yeah, just try not to bring it in the come back the
In
first
the-
week of
in
January.
January,
Yeah, it's like any other time.
I know.
No, but we love you.
Oh,
yes.
no, thank you. It's a pleasure.
So,
thank you so much
thank
for the
you.
opportunity.
Yeah,
and
thank you so
it's so
much.
lovely
Yeah,
meeting
great.
you.
It's
Well,
so
thank
great
you.
meeting you,
So-
both of you.
Yeah,
I just
thank you
reached out,
so
I was like,
much.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have
absolutely.
more co-hosts. It takes a lot of pressure off me to do my homework.
Yeah, totally.
So I want to thank everyone for joining in this afternoon show of Ginger New York. We are here live every Friday afternoon at 2 p.m. So I thank you so much for joining in.